in a Smash sense, you always get Battlefield and Brawlhalla. For these two, it's going to be Small World's End. Although I did really like that there was such a stage disparity between Balloon Boy and Impala. You could tell, depending on who lost, we were either going to be going to Dome or we're going to be going to APOC. Now, game one, we're back to World's End. This is grand final. Sandstorm on the winner's side has defeated Impala once before. Impala has to win 2 sets in a row, and then the winner of these sets is going to be crowned the Trial of Skuld champion. Here we go, game number 1.
Impala has yet to catch a weapon, and this kind of reminds me of Sandstorm versus Guichibu a couple trials ago, where Sandstorm was just employing a really strong weapon-starved game plan. On Impala, though, Impala is willing to fight with the unarmed, and it works out very, very differently. So already Sandstorm having to rethink the strategy.
Yeah, that Nair not leading into anything. Side air just putting Impala off the left side of the stage. Good downer to punish the gravity cancel D-Light. We were talking about Sandstorm's Gauntlet D-Lights a lot in the previous set and how successful they were. And so seeing them not connect so far might mean Impala's got a little bit of an adaptation. We'll have to see how that plays. Because the two things that I've been seeing that are like, okay, these are Sandstorm's like favorite things to do is the Scythe downlight on the edge of the stage for an edge guard, and then the Gauntlet D-Light gravity cancel to be able to get the finishing stock. And Impala finally, after 3 attempts, does get that edge guard, but he's so damaged that Sandstorm could bring it right back with the Gauntlet recovery. It
might be a matter of Impala just playing Balloon Boy and kind of getting the adaptation from Balloon Boy as well and getting ready for the Gauntlets.
Interesting. Yeah, the Gauntlets has quite a big overlap there, although I would say the playstyle is quite different.
Of course, yeah.
But maybe that's all he needs. For me, I think it was just, all right, I'm seeing Impala use the signatures in Koji's kit the way that I wanted to see him do it.
Yeah.
Let's see if he brings it out here against Sandstorm, because we saw the neutral sig snipe. We saw the down sig stack punish. Now the side air, Sandstorm without a dodge, does manage to stare back, but Impala's still holding on.
Oh, what a flip.
Gets his unarmed recovery?
That's a big flip for Impala, who now goes up 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, and you can see Sandstorm's nameplate there on the bottom left-hand side of the screen already so damaged because he's down to 1 stock. Instead of having 3.
Who noticed that, chat? Shout out to production. I've noticed this the whole weekend. Finally, someone says it. Thank you, Taza.
I mean,
it's so cool.
It definitely cracked a lot sooner. It's perfect on World's End. It actually works here a little bit better than anywhere else. Neutralite hits. Can Impala finish this off with a 2-stock? Sandstorm, gravity cancel, Endlight into Sair. Went for Nair there, but it doesn't connect. Now Impala, doesn't get the neutral light, but he does get the D-Light Nair. This is looking like a good game 1 victory for Impala, unless...
Sandstorm got the downlight on the edge guard, as you were talking about, going for it again there in the down air, but Impala just flips the situation. Once again, taps it in with a GC downlight into the unarmed ground pound.
I wonder if dash jump dare on Scythe would be a good mix-up there, because I think Sandstorm's going for that downlight a little too much. Sometimes it's connecting, but then we saw right afterwards he tried to rinse and repeat it, and it led into him getting edge guarded instead of him finishing off the stock. I just don't know what Sandstorm could do otherwise in that situation, because it's just so safe. If you miss the downlight, oftentimes you're just going to go back to playing neutral or getting the edge guard there. But we'll see in this replay right there, right? He goes from that downlight, ends up getting reversaled, and that's going to be the stock with the D-Light ground pound.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think there's definitely conditioning at play for sure, where Sandstorm is definitely conditioning like early dodges from Impala, especially there. Maybe you start implementing like a signature where you can cover something like that. But
Gauntlet down sig is great at it, but also you're not playing around Scythe downlight when you're fighting against Gauntlet down sig.
Exactly.
So it's a little tough. We'll have to see what Sandstorm does as the match goes on, because so far Impala already doing miles better than he did in the winner's final set, taking a game off of Sandstorm, which previously he could not.
Yeah, of course, Sandstorm was playing a lot of Tesca earlier on as well, so if we see Impala kind of pull ahead, we could see that as well. Remember, this is a double elimination side bracket, so Impala has the L, meaning coming from the elimination side, you have to win 2 sets in a row to take the tournament over Sandstorm.
Yeah, unlike Balloon Boy, who only had that 1 game and is back against the wall, Sandstorm could lose an entire set before he wants to try legend pick number 2. But so far, sticking to his guns on the Mordex, goes down with the down air, weapon throw up, doesn't pick it up. Can you get anything else out of this? No, Impala. Very, very difficult for Sandstorm to deal with off the side of the stage.
Yeah, they're really opting to continue this edge guarding on the right side. Impala getting some advantage. Side light, side air. Sandstorm has to recover, and Impala missing the ground pound timing, and Sandstorm flips it with an air into the side air. Not enough to KO, but Impala in a bad spot.
Yeah, Scythe and air basically perfectly designed for punishing a whipped ground pound on stage. The gravity cancel down stick. That's the 2nd time that we've seen him get that snipe off of a wake up as well. Sandstorm getting the recovery, also not knocking out. I've noticed that a lot of the times when he knocks Impala away, Sandstorm likes to go to center and then dash dance there. And Impala has been doing a lot of like jump, wake up, gravity cancel D-Sigs, and they have been hitting, they just been barely not knocking out. Now unarmed recovery would do the job. He tries to fall and get it, but he actually falls into the Gauntlet Endlight instead, and that Nair is not going to be enough to knock out just yet. Nair would do it, Recovery would do it. Actually, I think even Bow and Light would do it. Oh no, Impala, you are fishing for that knockout.
Oh, this is bad.
2 Nairs in a row, the ladder combo begins. Sandstorm goes for that weapon toss, gravity cancel D-Light. And Impala still can't get the knockout.
Why not just downlight Recovery? I'm not too sure. Impala
downlight
still.
Sair?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Downlight Nair is true there, and it would KO as well at that. I mean, Impala is still going for some style points maybe, and able to find that with the N-Light, but I don't know, kind of tough.
Nair, Recovery, Nair. Okay, Sandstorm does dodge through. That could be a very early knockout. Now Sandstorm can go for the down sig here.
Oh, we go for ground pound facing the wall there. Shades of Balloon Boys gauntlets.
Yeah, and going for the pivot there on that ground pound too. Neutral light hits, left side of stage. What do we got, Sandstorm? Goes right over to the scythe, gets the recovery, low on jumps. What has he got? Downlight working out that time. Has to dodge to the stage. Sandstorm, why weren't you covering with ground pounds? That's crazy.
Sandstorm wanting the weapon and maybe expecting the weapon to spawn a little bit faster to get a gauntlet ground pound, but I don't know.
He was sweating to the stage. Okay, he gets the neutral sig, doesn't get punished for it, but I'm like, that's uncharacteristic. He got his scythe down, like, you just gotta, anyways. He's up 2 stocks to 1.
Oh, Impala with the tough dodge, but dashes into the ground and gets some nice momentum to avoid the long-winded string that Sandstorm had for him. And going for the GCN light, that's not true. And Impala, in a bad spot, but side air to get Sandstorm off of him and flipping the situation. Sandstorm with the weapon toss up, gets some time.
If that Sair didn't hit, Impala was done for. Oh. Downsing hits him. That was an interesting moment where I think both players were waiting for some kind of spot dodge, and Impala just lets the D-Sig rip, evens it up 1-1. Clawing back from the jaws of defeat there, because that side air almost took him down. Let's see what Sandstorm's got. Yeah, we've seen it enough. He's going to downlight again, isn't he?
I mean, I think this is a good spot to do it.
Oh,
Impala doing
Impala
it.
with the gravity cancel D-Light actually is a good counter to it. Outranges it. Sandstorm then goes for the weapon throw. That's the mix-up. That's it right there, right?
Yeah.
Because so much of the time that Impala has been spending recovery, he's been like, okay, I'm going to touch the wall. Sandstorm's going to downlight, and then I'm going to go for something else. But Sandstorm instead goes for the weapon throw, forces a reaction. Gravity cancel D-Light ground pound, gets the edge guard, and takes the game.
Really solid stuff on unarmed. I think a very important part of Mordex's kit as well is, Scythe and Gauntlets will put you in really bad spots off stage. Yeah. You throw a weapon, cover an option, go on the unarmed, and it's been working really, really well for Sandstorm.
Yeah, especially when the resources are already so gone that Impala can't fight back if the weapon throw misses. So here we go, game 3. We're going to be on World's End for the entirety of Grand Finals.
This is really bad. This is really bad. Recovery. Okay, I think that might have. I don't want to say it would have KO'd, but it might have. And right now, it's over.
Downlight weapon throw. Sair, he has a dodge to make it back.
Okay,
Nair comes through. He has a jump and a dodge to make it back, and now he's fine. But that was so much damage coming through there. Sandstorm just couldn't close out that stock.
Oh, and there might be able to. Doesn't find the dodge read, but it could have been really bad.
Ooh, weapon throw, nothing else afterwards. But yeah, great start for Sandstorm there. All things considered, yeah, Impala didn't lose the stock, but he's still a hit away from losing the stock. That edge guard sequence was not great for him. And a classic dash jump pivot ground pound on the scythe is going to take stock number 1 from Impala in 45 seconds.
The wall main is not your friend versus Sandstorm there. And on the scythe, I really feel like Sandstorm's scythe has been slowly pulling ahead right now as Impala gets these dodge red and, flips it with the ground pound. Let's see Sandstorm weapon toss up to give some time. Impala needs to go back to the stage to grab a weapon, and we're going back to center stage, but this time Sandstorm having such a big lead.
Dare goes, that was clever. He tried to play around the weapon throw's hitbox, fast fall with the side air to catch Sandstorm jumping up to catch it. He just didn't space it quite correctly. Sandstorm without a recovery now. Does he go down?
Oh, the down air on the unarm after the weapon toss, double exclamation points, triple, and the last resource being the recovery, and Impala's recovery finding the KO there.
All right, Impala stabilizing. Juggling weapons to delay the next spawn. Where's it going to be? One neutral light comes through, goes in for that chase dodge Nair, and Sandstorm just punches him away. Gauntlet's picked up now, and Impala on the right side of the stage. Ooh, both players whipping, but Sandstorm getting the next hit.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of the Sandstorm downlights on the Gauntlets right now. A lot of N-lights and side lights to trying to get a string going into a KO, another weapon spawn, so Sandstorm could switch over to the scythe. Yes, he does.
Sandstorm gets hit by D-Light. Nice job with that chase dodge Nair. Like the extra damage, Impala trying to keep Sandstorm above his head, but the side light just knocks him right off the right side of the stage. Sandstorm now looking for downlight. Yeah, there it was. Didn't hit, but he was looking for it. Side light comes through again. Is he going to downlight again? This time he goes all the way off the side of the stage. Gravity cancel and N-light to try to combo into Nair. Doesn't quite get it, but that strong hit of the side light is going to be enough to be able to take the stock, and now Impala 1 stock away from going match point.
Here we go. It comes down to this. We'll see how Impala is able to play around the scythe, which Sandstorm has found so much success in this game. And nice end light into side air and another side air. Impala taking a lot of damage already.
Impala right side.
Oof.
End light again. Sandstorm is constantly covering these landings. He tried to get a dash jump through with that gravity cancel end light. Side light off the right side of the stage. Side light into recovery. Impala just getting destroyed by Sandstorm's scythe. Finally gets back to center, but Sandstorm's done so much damage. Falling there. Gauntlets are going to be picked up here. Down sig would knock out. No, I thought it was Gauntlets, but it's actually just Scythe. Slide charge pivot, down sig.
Wow, weapon toss down. Sandstorm wanting the unarmed, and oh, could have found a Gauntlet recovery there. Didn't find it. Haymaker might have been a misinput.
He's just having a good time. That last stock was Sandstorm just jumping around trying things.
Yeah.
All right, that was a big damage differential. Impala bans us all the way back to Small World's End again. We're going to have barely any time for this replays, but that's okay, because I don't think there was much to see in those last two stocks.
Yeah. This might be the return to form that we were expecting from Sandstorm, especially on the Mordex Scythe. I was talking a lot about the Gauntlets being really good in set 1, but after Impala showed the adaptations in Game 1, Sandstorm fully committing to a Scythe-centric game plan, and it's working really well.
Game 1 also had the bow ground pound at orange when Sandstorm tried to unarmed recovery into him, and it was still kind of close. And since Sandstorm's kind of tightened up his game plan off the side of the stage, oh my goodness, that recovery there was, well, he was sweating. We've yet to see Impala match any kind of clutch factor since that Game 1. Sandstorm opening up strong here with the Gauntlets. Impala looking a little more lost than usual against the North American GOAT. Oh, goodness.
And like recovery sends Impala far off stage.
Recovery,
another one
here. Goes for down sig, but reads the wrong direction. Gravity cancel end light catches him out of his movement. Oh, Sandstorm relentless.
Another side air connects and trying to go off with that side air on the Scythe, and Impala on the unarm gives himself some space with that recovery, but not sure how long you can find any sort of safety versus Sandstorm, who finds the down stick connection to close out that stock.
Yeah, using the stronger knockback there, facing forward instead of throwing him backwards. Sandstorm now up 3 stocks to 2. Gauntlet Sair hits, end light connects, gets him off the right side of the stage. Ground pound does whiff, the down light not punished, and Sandstorm gets gravity cancel side light to catch Impala's unique positioning in the sky. That weapon throw, almost like falling over the corner of the stage, bonks Impala on the head, and Sandstorm holds on to the stock as that dare unfortunately spikes him on the ground instead of off the stage.
That could have been the end of the stock, but Sandstorm holding on with this extra credit, dodge in place to avoid Impala's recovery, and another nair to punish the recovery, going for the down air, but Impala gets the down light, side air off the whiff punish.
Like the pivot dare there, expecting Impala to run away onto the stage, but Impala just wakes up with the side air, evens it up 2-2. Let's see if he's got getting started with the bow there. Downlights in the wrong direction, and Sandstorm downlights him off the left side of the stage, and the downlights are going to start coming out even more.
So another side air to disrupt the aggression from Impala, who's really looking to push some sort of grounded game here, but Sandstorm has been really good at getting out of the juggles.
Yeah, Gauntlet's picked up, Sair connects, down stick knockout here. He hasn't been going for too many of those, 2 end lights in a row just to catch Impala at the end lag of that dare, missing in the ground pound dodge. Impala's been great at dodging those ground pounds as long as it's not been on the Scythe, and now he's turning it around, but the nair spikes him off the left side of the stage. Sandstorm misses his recovery though, and that's it. The Sair catches him in stuff recovery effects, and Impala takes the lead.
Really big blunder off stage from Sandstorm on the Gauntlets once again, but lands and immediately gets right back into the action with that unarmed nair. Impala with the bow and the weapon advantage. Not for long though, as Sandstorm takes it right back.
Yeah, Impala not refreshing to a fresh weapon there. Gauntlet Endlight takes him down, and Sandstorm's taking like what, an unarmed recovery of damage worth for his trouble, so it's back to a dead even game. Sandstorm gets this, and he is the Trial of Skuld champion.
One more stock separates him. Impala needs this one stock to force a Game 5 and potentially a reset, but right now Sandstorm looking very good off stage, getting the recovery. The downlight doesn't connect, but Impala forced to go low, dodging in place for that nair, and Impala has very few resources right now, Taza.
Downlight dodged out of the way. Impala with the reversal. Dare doesn't get the Sair though. That could have been the edge guard that Impala needed to clutch it. Down air. Into gravity cancel sidelight. Impala's got one chance to recover. It's Sandstorm going to get the edge guard there. Goes for the weapon throw. Nothing else afterwards. Sandstorm very hoping that was going to be enough force to knock him out. Doesn't get it with the sidelight.
Going for the sig read on Impala, taking back to center, dodging or avoiding the recovery. I can't believe that didn't hit. Sandstorm dashing in and going for the endlight, doesn't find it. Impala picks up the sword.
Sig, but he goes for endlight instead, and now Sandstorm's waiting for a weapon spawn. Does find it. Can he get the recovery here?
Impala disarms himself.
Weapon spawn. The down heavy, and then the endlight goes into the endlights. Okay, edgeguard once again for Sandstorm gets the Sair, and that's it. Sandstorm with the 3-1 is your Trial of Skuld champion, beating Impala twice, undefeated throughout the entirety of the championship. And Looking at that, PJ, I think Sandstorm has made a very good name from being the most dominant player in North America. We said that Europe had it with Godly, and South America has it with Kinda, and now over here in NA, Sandstorm looks unstoppable.